Hello, I'm Anita Gadberry, the Regional Liaison for North America. North America consists of two countries, the United States and Canada. Music therapy is well established in both countries. We have celebrated over 60 years of music therapy in the United States, and the Canadian Association recently held their 40th anniversary conference in June of 2014. In both countries, music therapists work with all populations, from newborns in the NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, to hospice patients and their families. We might work in schools, in private practice, medical facilities, mental health facilities, and basically anywhere there are people who have needs. We use a wide variety of approaches: music-centered music therapy, guided imagery and music, neurologic music therapy, Nordoff-Robbins, community music therapy, psychodynamic. Virtually any approach is practiced in the United States or Canada. I really can't think of one that's not. For education, you can find a listing of all the universities that offer clinical training programs in the United States and Canada when you look for the fact pages on the WFMT website. It lists all the schools and the contact information, and also lists internships in the United States and a means to contact on someone to get information about internships in Canada. Both the United States and Canada have a credential to recognize music therapists who have completed approved educational and training programs. In the United States, students, after finishing all of their training and internship, take the CBMT exam, which then gives them a credential of MTBC, standing for Board Certified Music Therapists. The Canadian Association has recently streamlined their process to obtaining the MTA credential. Now, students will take the same test as the music therapists in the United States take, the CBMT exam, which means that persons in Canada will receive the MTBC credential prior to receiving their MTA credential. In the United States, legislation is enforced to regulate the profession through either licensure, registration, or title protection. This is happening at a state level. So many states have made task force which comprise of music therapists, and they might set up a Hill Day, which means that them and other music therapists in their states would go to the state capitol and talk to their senators and representatives and advocate for music therapy as a profession, a recognized profession. They might also ask those representatives and senators what's the best way for occupational regulation within that state, and they would choose one of the three ways: licensure, registration, or title protection. One means of support in Canada that is very unique is the Music Therapy Trust Fund. This is a long-standing nonprofit organization that's dedicated to increasing the availability of music therapy services. Each year, it provides money to people who might not otherwise be able to pay for music therapy services throughout Canada. In both countries, research is occurring in many populations across the lifespan. An exciting development in the United States is that the AMTA, the American Music Therapy Association, recently moved their journals to Oxford University Press, which allows members of AMTA to access both journals online. Both the AMTA and the Canadian Association for Music Therapy hold an annual conference. The AMTA's is usually in the fall, typically in November, and the Canadian conference is generally in the summer. A unique feature of the Canadian conference is that the last several years they have offered another conference from a different organization following theirs, so one may travel for both conferences and save a bit of money on flight costs. I am very excited about the continued growth and advancement of our profession in both the United States and Canada. Please feel free to contact me with any questions at North America at wfmt.info.